All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, Els Great Millstone, and salutations, brothers doing this thing in sincerity and truth and with charity. And man, I was watching this lesson right here. Man up, be solution minded. And the brother was going into just what the title is self explanatory. Basically, essentially rising to the occasion. All right, battling and putting yourself out there, even if you fall. Put yourself out there and man up. But what sparked this lesson was at the end of this, he looked up the Hebrew word ayash. Now, one of the definitions is champion. So through the Spirit, as taught by our elders, our apostles, I had to look that etymology up. So I know the general sense of champion. One who's victorious, but it really means from Old French, champion, combatant, champion in single combat. From late Latin, campionum, campio, gladiator, fighter, combatant in the field. From Latin campus, field of combat. So essentially, it's a fighter. All right, it's a fighter, man. And that's what the Lord has made us to be as men. To be a man of the Lord, the first thing I do is be a man, and that's being a fighter. All right, and of course, start with the classic, the 2 Timothy 2, and I'm gonna start at 1. Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Mashiach Yahweh Shai, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. All right? So that's being, a man, being champion-minded. All right? It's enduring hardness as a soldier for Yahweh Shai. Whatever comes our way, we know we got to keep fighting, man. All right? We got to keep fighting. This phrase stuck with me over the years. This was maybe 9 years ago, 10 years ago, whenever the first Facebook ban came out from the apostles, man. Everybody's, saying their salutations and everything. We finna get off Facebook. That was the way a lot of brothers connected with each other. But the brother Ya'ar Zayan, up in New York, the last thing he said to me, this is early on. This probably was 12 years in, 11 years in. 11 years ago. Yeah, probably 11 years ago, 10 years ago. The brother said, one last thing he said to me was, fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. And it stuck with me like, it was so heavy, like, damn. Because, when you fresh in, it's all sweet. Even when you're going, you're going through your hell, regular shit, family turn on you. But you're just so focused on the mission, you don't really, that bitterness don't really set in. It says the hungry soul, let me just grab it. Proverbs 27:7. The full soul loatheth in honeycomb. So a man that's full, that's already satisfied, they gonna hate the honeycomb. In this sense, it's talking about the word. They're not gonna want this word. All right, they already satisfied. They're okay with this world. They don't want this, right? But here's the point. But to the hungry soul, every bitter thing is sweet. So that bitterness really don't hit you early. Like it's nothing. It's like you already say fuck all this, and then you gotta go through this. But like with Job, Satan come a second time, and the shit it hit a little harder. It's still sweet. We still fighting. We still in there. We got that fight mentality. All right, but it definitely hits harder. So I understood that over the years, it settled in more and more. What the brother's saying, this is a real life battle. It set in. It set in. All right, I ain't gonna say how long it took, cause You know, for a long time now. Whenever I meet new people, I always like to leave off with them, or at some point early on, let them know Sirach the second chapter, man. Because this is really a battle. That was the words that brother gave me, and that's the message I share through the Spirit. This is a real battle. And like the scriptures say, as Yahweh Shai himself said it, count the cost. And he gave a parable in that saying. He said, who goes to war without saying if you need this amount of troops or X amount of troops? Because this is a real life battle, man. When that brother said that, man, it stuck. Now I understand it, because Satan is always out there to tempt. That's his job. 1 Peter 5:8. We got to be sober, be vigilant. We got to have a mindset to endure, man. Okay? I got to hit this real quick. This is Sirach 2. The point I want is verse 2, but I'm going to start at 1 because it goes together. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, Sirach 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Salakia. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Just like Job. We seen what Job had to endure, and we also seen the mercies of the Lord upon Job at his end, man. He was blessed more than he was before, and that's what's happening to all of us, man. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men, acceptable champions, and the furnace of adversity. In order to be a fighter, you gotta fucking fight. So we're gonna go through things, man. We're gonna have mental battles. All right? And it's our job to be good soldiers for Yahweh Shai, to endure, man. Believe in him, and he will help thee order thy way aright, and trust in him, all while waiting on the Lord, maintaining our integrity. And when you look up the word integrity, the etymology of it is integer, which means whole. Like a whole, a number. All right? And what's our whole duty? To fear the Most High and keep his commandments. And what does it say in Joshua about keeping the Lord's commandments, man? This is Joshua 1 and 6. Be Salakia. Yeah, be strong enough of good courage. For unto this people shall thou divide for inheritance the land which I swore unto their fathers to give them. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. So keeping this word, trusting the Lord, takes courage, man. It takes that manly champion spirit. To not go after the lust of the eyes. All right, to not make haste in the time of trouble. That takes true manliness, man. And that's the spirit we got to come in, man. Looking unto Yahweh Shai, enduring. Trusting in his promises, man. His word. And him. All right, that's what it is to be a soldier. To fight that good fight. And what's the good fight? The good fight of faith. But I want to grab this Sirach 4 and 28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. Plain and simple. Fight for this truth unto death. Lay hold on and never let go. That's the good fight of faith, man. Waiting on Yahweh Shai. And then it says, what? He's going to fight for us. When all hell break loose and Esau was just doing whatever the fuck he want to do, and it's nothing. Literally, it's nothing you can do physically. All right, which we're already defeated, man. We can't. Really, we can't even fucking do anything now, man. Esau has already won the battle, not the war. And in a sense, I mean, we don't have a fucking standing army. We can't do anything against this devil carnally. We can't do any fucking thing, man. This devil got insect-sized weapons that can kill you, man. He ain't even got to be there face to face. Only way out is to man up, deal we got to deal with, and wait on Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Period, man. So strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. All right? That's the battle, man. Let me finish this Timothy. Really, the point is made. This 2 Timothy 2 and 4. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. And if a man also strive for masteries, yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully. So we got to fight for the masters. We got to fight for this crown. And there's only one way to do it. We got to do it according to what's written. Ain't no back door. Ain't no way of climbing over. No, we got to go through that straight gate. All right? And straight means a place of difficulty. That's the battle. Fire on one side. And I got to get this. And water on the other side with a narrow path, man. So it's dangerous. I know it's the 7th chapter, but the 2nd Ezra 7. And 53. And that there should be showed a paradise whose fruit endureth forever, wherein is security and medicine, since we should not enter into it. He's like, why we see this? Because Ezra, he's not counting himself that worthy to just get the kingdom. Because as Paul said, we all fallen short of the glory of the Most High, man. So like, why do you show us these ways, yet we walk wicked, man? Like we just can't get right? And that there should be showed verse 54. For we have walked in unpleasant places, and that the faces of them which have used abstinence shall shine above the stars. This ain't talking about sex, not having sex. It's talking about controlling the flesh. You're abstaining. The word abstinence means to abstain. And that the faces of them which have used abstinence shall shine above the stars, whereas our faces shall be blacker than darkness. For while we lived and committed iniquity. So you're like, look, man, we sinned. We consider not that we should begin to suffer for it after death, just going after the flesh. Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. That's part of being a man. Go after the flesh, serve the Lord. He shall receive Slocky, but if he, verse 58, damn, I almost skipped. That if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, choose thee life, that thou mayest live. Nevertheless, they believed not him, nor yet the prophets after him, no, nor me which have spoken unto them. That there should be no such heaviness in their destruction, as shall be joy over them that are persuaded to salvation. So that's the battle, man. That's the champion mindset. The mindset to constantly endure. Set thy mind aright and constantly endure. To keep serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. And it's not grievous, but it is a battle. Satan is tempting you. Shit arises in your life. But These things happen on a regular anyway. Going back to the world or not doing the work ain't gonna change shit happening in your life, man. That's just part of what's happening since Adam sinned. We just gotta maintain our integrity while it's happening. Keep faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Never give up and never charge him foolishly. Like you said about Job, he ain't blame the Lord. You know, he dealt with it. That's the mindset we got to be in. We got to deal with it. You know, so with that, all praises and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles, as great millstone. And South Asian brothers doing this thing in sincerity and truth and with charity. Shalom, Baba Ball.